Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Good morning vlogsters and YouTubers everywhere. I'm posting this video on my main channel just to give you guys an update of where I've been. People have been reaching out to me all over. Thank you so much, you guys. I really do appreciate it. Many of you do know I didn't really blast it out there because it's some things that just have to start to be kept private, unfortunately, until the deed is done. But I went to my first long road trip to Texas since my diagnosis, surgeries, X, Y, and Z. So I reached out to all of my doctors and I asked them what would they suggest be parameters, what would they, would they advise anything? And basically I got little advice here and a little advice there, but mostly I got, let's defer to your oncologist. And my oncologist office said, we encourage people to do what they normally would do in life. So we all know that normally I would travel to Texas twice a year. So normally that's what I did. And I had an amazing time. But I was so exhausted. Like, I don't even know that I ever recovered from the road trip. I was so excited. We got there Sunday. We drove all day Sunday. The trip went pretty fast on the way there because it was Sunday. There was lots of no traffic, which was great. Lots of no construction, which was great. And we didn't have like any extra things to navigate. Like on the way back, we had a car full of stuff, and we didn't have to worry about if like we went too fast, if we stepped on the brakes too fast, or any of that stuff. So the trip home was a little bit normal. The trip to there was a little bit fast. I had an amazing time. I got there Sunday night. I was exhausted. So was Lisa. She drove. I spent all day Monday resting. I could barely get up to use the bathroom, and it was rough. And I was having to use her bathroom, which is about 4 steps further than the commode. But I can be as safe as possible. I have to start, I don't know. I worried every time I did something that I really wasn't supposed to do, but I have to kind of live my life a little bit. I made sure I took great care in what I was doing and made sure that I didn't like push myself or bend over or any things I wasn't supposed to do. I tried to keep straight back, pretend I have a pole up my back, the whole bit. But there was a couple of times it was really kind of rough. And Tuesday we went and we saw the new baby, which I am a smitten kitten because, oh my gosh, gorgeous. She looks exactly like her sister in pictures. I didn't get to see Luna till she was 4 months old. You guys remember? But when we see pictures of Luna when she was a baby, her sister looks just like exactly like her with like a little more hair. It's kind of crazy. Which just means more beautiful babies in the world because Luna is a beautiful baby. Mama and Papa are doing good. Very good, actually. Things are just going wonderfully. She's a good baby, thank God. Eden deserves it. Anthony deserves it. Wednesday we went up to where Lisa's youngest goes to college because I really wanted to see where he goes to college. He's a very independent young man. I'm very proud of all the work he's accomplished. Like, I don't have anything to do with it, but it just makes me proud to know him. And we went and we had like a old person dinner because we thought we were going to go for lunch, like a late lunch, but they were closed till 3 o'clock. So we had an early bird dinner. That being said, excuse me.
Swim.
Sorry about that, guys. So we went there. The people were wonderfully courteous and kind, and Lisa's youngest was just amazing at helping me, pushing me in the wheelchair and setting on my wheelchair. He's really a rock star. Actually, all of her kids are, but that's another story for another day. But after 2 days of doing stuff, and I was on high I was high doing things. Like, I was excited to do these things. Oh, man. I had nothing left. We were going to do stuff on Thursday, and I just felt like there was no way. There was no way. My blood pressure was really low. My pulse ox doesn't really get so low, but for me, a 96 is kind of low. Like, am I breathing to take some deep breaths kind of situation. My blood sugar was kind of low because even though I had had like a blizzard the day before, but it wasn't a blizzard. What do they call it? A sonic blast the day before. We had gone to Texas Roadhouse, and I was trying to pick all soft food, but I partaked in a little yeasty roll because, you know, I'm allowed to. It's vacation. But I ended up, the like last bite of roll cut the roof of my mouth, of course. So when we were leaving, I was like, I did my mouth rinse, and it still hurt. So I said, is there any way we could stop for a shake? And she was like, oh, I can take you to get a shake or whatever. And then I ordered what I swear was a medium. It came out to be a large. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I did order a large blast, but it was huge. It was like huge. I couldn't even finish it all. But instead of Lisa's like, that's not a shake. I was like, I know, I just thought it was to be better with the spoon, you know? Instead of sucking. Sometimes when I suck with a regular straw, that's why sometimes I switch to the silicone straws or the big boba straws. Sometimes when I suck with like a regular plastic straw from a restaurant, it sucks the straw up into my mouth and actually cuts the top of my mouth worse, which is like, ugh. So all this time, get home from seeing the baby, too exhausted to vlog. Monday, wiped out. Couldn't even, I just was like this, there's no way. I didn't have any energy. Like, zero. Getting in and out. I promised my doctors I would get in and out and walk around. I did not have to go to the bathroom almost the entire trip. We had gotten about 2 hours north of Lisa's house, and that's the first time I had to go to the bathroom. And going to the bathroom and walking back took such, like, I had such trouble getting into the car. I was spent, and I don't even know how. I mean, I exercised. So what I did the first rest stop, I promised my doctors I'd get out and walk around. So my first rest stop, I got out, and I was looking for something in the glove box, and I found like 1,000-year-old Chick-fil-A sauce that had exploded, I guess, in the heat, and had gummed to the thing, and I'd stuck my finger in like some gummy Chick-fil-A sauce. So what I had done the first time was I went out, got into the back seat, got my walker, got the thing, threw it in garbage, washed my hands, threw in the garbage, and then went back into the car. Like, that was my exercise. And I just, as Lisa was coming back from the bathroom, she's like, you didn't get out and walk around. I said, I did. I went and had cleaned this thing, and it was a mess and the whole bit. So the next rest stop, the next time we stopped was at Starbucks. She could go to the restroom, and we ordered in the pick up inside so she can go to the bathroom and pick it up. I got out of the car and I did laps around the van. I did one lap around the van, but then I realized the nose of my van was in the shade. So then I got up onto the sidewalk and I just walked back and forth on the sidewalk because it was so hot. And it wasn't even like the hottest day on record. It was just too hot for me. So I walked around the van once and then got up on the walking ramp and walked back and forth on the sidewalk. And then I went to the last thing I did to get out was to go to the bathroom. I was like scared I wasn't going to get back in the van without help. Like, could that strange man come and help me get in my van? Like, that's how bad it was. And Lisa was like, I said, do you know where the step stool is? She's like, I saw it, but I don't know where it is. I said, it's okay, just give me a minute. And I just sat there and I leaned against the chair and I caught my breath and I tried again and I got in. So then by Monday, I was spent. I did put my brace on and I went out and sat in the living room for when the grandkids came home from school and to hang out with them and to see her other son and her daughter. And I was just so tired. So then Tuesday we went to see the baby. We were there practically all evening. We had come home and I got right into bed. I had a little toileting accident and Lisa had to come and help me. I'm so gracious and I'm grateful and I'm so grateful. I cried because I'm so tired of asking people to help me take care of just normal everyday bodily things. So frustrating. And I felt so independent going to the bathroom all those times, but her stall was a little, like, her little walls were a little too tight for me to, like, I hit the wall and made a mess or whatever. Let's just put it that way. And then I broke down because crying, you know. And then the next day, it was great. We went. By the time we were leaving to come home, I started to, like, same thing happened yesterday. I started to just sink inside my shell. So, like, I could feel my body lose all of its, like, not muscle tone, but muscle strength. And, like, when I tell you guys that it's visceral, I know visceral is my organs, but to me it's like a cellular level. I'm exhausted on a cellular level. Every single organ in my body, every single blood drop feels like it's drained of whatever it needs for energy. To the point where I'm just like, you know, it's funny, we had a KCA meeting this week on Wednesday, and the topic pretty much was fatigue. It was the most amazing when you connect with somebody who is saying exactly what you're feeling. You're like, this is amazing. You know, John Doe, you've got it, not like right on the head. Like, let's talk more about this. And it's kind of good when you go through stuff with somebody. As I've told you, I've talked to my friend Roxanne, who's going through treatments right herself right now, excuse me. And a couple of other people who asked to be to rename. Jeri-Ann is going through treatment, but other people who have asked to remain anonymous. Sorry. That it's nice to be able to bounce this stuff off of others. That's why it's great to have a support group like I have at the KCA. And it's like takes that thing that you think and I must be going crazy because I'm losing my mind and this is that and I'm so tired and I've never been this tired. And Lisa actually asked me, she said, I've noticed that things that you would just push through before, things that wouldn't bother you and you still get up and do, she's like, you don't do them anymore since your diagnosis. And I was like, honestly, it's not really even my diagnosis, it's my treatment. So, like, all summer I got up and did them anyway because I was like, well, hell, I'll get up and fold the clothes and do the thing even though I'm hurting or whatever. It's just sometimes you're so tired, I just feel like I can't even, like, lift my arms. It's crazy. So so that's Wednesday night. I came in, we had just gotten in, like, just in time. I went in, got into the bathroom, got out of the bathroom, got my pajamas on, and jumped into the couch. I was 5 minutes late for the meeting, so I was like, whew, or 12 minutes late, one of those. But all of that running around, and then on Thursday, I don't think I even went to the bathroom till like 12 noon. I didn't think I got up to pee till like 12 noon. I know I got up at 5 a.m. I think. And then when I did get up to go to the bathroom, I ended up peeing all over the floor before I can get the lights on. And another bestie emergency. She's like, just put a towel down and we'll take care of it later. And I did. And of course, then I cried. And her daughter came in, she heard me crying, and she's like, do you need a hug? And I'm on the toilet, and I was like, she's like, you need a toilet hug. And it was really cute. She stood up in front of me, and she just hugged me, and she's like, you know, it's got to be hard for them, too, to see me like that. I know it was hard for Eden. I mean, Eden is postpartum anyway, but I could tell the look in her eyes and her face that it was hard for her to see me like that. And, you know, like, they're younger. They don't want to have to deal with that just yet, you know? But, after Thursday, like Friday, I woke up and I felt so rested. I did. I wish that we didn't have to do all the things we had to do still. And we could have, like, let's go do something on Friday, but I knew resting up for the trip on Saturday was really important. So Saturday, the trip back home was, like I said, a little longer. We had a car full of stuff, so we had to be, like, Lisa had to be very cautious the way she was driving. And I didn't realize until I was 3 hours away that I did not get out of the car at all. Every time she got out, I found something to do in the car. Like I found, one time I was like, feeling dizzy. I was like, let me take my blood pressure, my pulse ox, to do my blood sugar, whatever it was at the time. And then this time it was like, oh, let me adjust this or fix that, clean up the garbage, clean up the mess. And I hadn't realized for 9 hours that I hadn't got out of the car. It's actually longer than that. And then she didn't realize it for another 2 hours. We were 45 minutes away from home. So she said, you know what, I just realized you never got out of the car today. I said, I realized that a few hours ago. And she thought I meant like earlier, but I just meant like a couple hours ago. And I was like, I know. I said, I've been moving my feet a lot. And I said, I am so tired. I don't even think I could get back in the car if I got out. And honestly, that was the truth. Once I got out of the car, I could barely get in the house. And not because my legs were stiff, not because my knees were sore or any of that stuff. It literally was just sheer exhaustion. I picked my feet up. I'd like pick my feet up with my hand to get my foot up in the step. Just so tired. And then I sat in the rollator and I rollated into my room, which I'm not supposed to do. But there was no way I was walking anymore. When we got to like Oklahoma, I just started to sink into my turtle shell because I was just like, I really don't feel good. And she said my lips were purple. And my sister Leisha has told me that before. So my friend, my doctor friend, you guys know I talk about my doctor friend a lot, said it's because the scar tissue from last year, from when they were so affected. And it makes perfect sense because all of my other scars, when they start to get blood flow in the area, like my scars on my legs or the rash scars, they turn really dark purple when they get like blood flow going to them. So I have a lot of things to be grateful for in my life, and having you all care about me like you were, reaching out to me and checking in on me and praying for me and wishing me safe trips and hugging babies and all the things. Sorry. It's a lot. It means so much to me, and it's a lot. I don't even know how to describe it. I just am so grateful. I cannot thank you all enough for standing by me all of this past year plus. All those times where I thought I didn't know what was happening to my energy. I didn't know what was happening to my health, and nobody could figure it out. Took the broken bone, right? But I pray every day for thanks for you guys seeing me through. I'm very grateful. I'm currently not sitting with my brace on. Every other time I go to wear it, the glue is undone. So I have to get a more permanent rubber cement. I've been using E6000, and I tried dry mounting E6000, and I tried E6000 spread out and partially dried before I stuck it on there, and I tried cleaning it off with rubbing alcohol before I stuck the E6000 on, you name it, I tried it. And it still just only lasts for like one wear, and then I have to glue it again. So it is what it is. I just hopped in the chair today. Today I'm super exhausted, but I made myself sit in the chair and do a couple of organizing projects with the family, and I sat up to eat, and then I laid back down to eat dessert. So that's it. That's all I got for you. I hope that you guys will forgive me for not vlogging and only checking in for the first couple of days. I know a lot of you tell me there's nothing to be forgiven for or about, but I feel that I should have really tried a little harder to be present with you all. I know some of you who've watched the vlog channel regularly knew I was taking a trip, but not everybody did, and I only mentioned the first couple of days that I was there that I wasn't going to have a vlog. I had no idea the progression of the rest of the week was going to be that extra. So once again, I'm so grateful for everybody for coming along. If you only subscribe to my main channel, which is what this is, the Jeri-Ann channel, I do have a vlog channel, Jeri-Ann Vlogs. Normally, between the two channels, I vlog every day or post a video every day. But of course, there's always exceptions, but mostly every day. So if you miss me here, because if I'm having a bad week, and like tonight, the roll was on Wednesday, today is Sunday, and then tonight I recut my mouth on, believe it or not, ice cream. I wish I could tell you there was Reese's peanut butter cups in it, the mini cups, and I guess one of them got me. I have no idea how it happened. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have any idea how it happened. But I cut it and it was all blistered, so yikes. Anyhow, I was telling you that. I was telling you that to tell you this. That it's hard to do the voiceovers. I do have one or two more videos to edit with voiceovers. Projects that we did around the room and stuff and the house, and when my mouth heals up a little bit and I can do those voiceovers, I will. I also have one craft project that I have to finish and about 17 more I have to start. So hopefully this week will bring, look, I can't even make a fist. Look, that's how bad my arthritis is right now. This is my fist. I'll push really hard. I push really hard. That's it. That's as close as I can get them closed. Well, at least we can make a heart. Listen, I love you guys. If nobody's told you today that you're loved, please come by and hear how much I love you, because gosh, I love you so much. You make my days worthwhile. And I missed you last week. Even though I was having a great time visiting, I missed you all the same. Okay? All right. And as always, you take care. God bless. And we'll see you next time. Bye.